hello, and what is up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It is so good to see all of you. Let me know how you are, how we're coming through. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I had to do some adjustments here, so things look a little bit differently. There we go. There, I see my audio levels now. Welcome, everybody, to the show. We are so glad to see you all here, and welcome to the mid-Mayhem. We are going to be joined by a special guest here a little bit later in this show. The fellas from Storage 24 is going to be joining us to talk a little bit about an event that we've got coming up here next month, as well as giving us a treat to their tasty tunes. We are also going to be talking about a special event that is coming up this month. Not only this month, coming up in a couple of weeks. Not this Saturday or Friday, but next week. Post Oak Lodge will be an event that we will be there. I'll be hosting along with my good friends Rockavet, as well as having your favorite photographer, my favorite photographer, Rebellious Photography will be out there, as well as my wife will be looking for ways to finance just one more bead order. We'll talk a little bit about that here later in the show, but we've also got some music that we are going to be playing for you guys. I already mentioned we are going to be spinning a little bit of Storage 24, but we've also got some 13 minutes. A band that's going to be playing at that Music is Medicine Festival. We will also be playing one from the Rock Box. A couple of our friends from Texas said, hey, we've got a little project that we've been working on, and I absolutely love it. So it's got a really sick sound to it that I am so excited to share with all of you. But before we do that, we got to pay some bills. First up, let's give a shout out to our longest running sponsor. Give it up for the man who answers, what do you want to do with your life? Yeah, what was that? One more time. I want to rock. Yeah, everybody trying to speak at once. We want to thank Doug of DEB Concerts for everything he's been doing for the show over the years, as well as Rocklahoma in his numerous contributions that are beyond numbering. And we appreciate everything DEB Concerts has done for the local music scene. We also want to thank another proud Rocklahoma partner who puts up with all of our shit. And he's also going to be one of the sponsors of the upcoming festival at Music is Medicine Festival, where he will be providing all of the facilities out there at that beautiful facility of Post Oak Lodge Resort and Retreat in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And when he's not doing that, he is providing all of those facilities for Rocklahoma and born and raised. And it's the only place I know of where you can get your own portable restroom for your campsite, so you can squat in confidence. You don't have to be looking like that guy wandering around in the dark. What are you doing over there? Dinner was full! Yeah, he didn't call at your service rentals. We also want to give a huge shout out to the Rocklahoma Bitches.
The Rocklahoma Bitches are honored to announce special guests for our show August 22nd at the Shrine Tulsa. Host of Surviving Rocklahoma, Adam Richmond. Rebellious Photography with Rebel. Lynn and Jill with Tulsa Rocks. Music is Medicine with Rockavet. Christy and Monty represent the big old bus at Rocklahoma. Rocklahoma Bitches.
Yes, sir, ma'am. The Rocklahoma bitches are putting on an event, their first show. They've been wanting to do one for many years, and they said, you know what, we're going to do a Rocklahoma pre-show, and this is going to be taking place August 22nd at the venue Shrine. There's going to be DJ Queen Jessine. Also, Circus is going to be playing, and my good long-time high school friends at Full Blood is going to be there doing some fun video production stuff, and this is going to be a huge community event as they are inviting all of the camps to come out and represent your camp at the event. You can swap some swag, you can sell some swag, whatever it is, whatever project you've got going on for Rocklahoma and the Rocklahoma community. Make sure you come on out to the venue Shrine August 22nd so that you can actually have a time to meet and greet with your friends before all of the shenanigans come happen that Labor Day weekend, and you don't get to hang out with all of your closest friends because we're all busy doing stuff. So definitely want to be out to the venue Shrine August 22nd. We also want to thank our proud sponsor. I'm talking about Rebellious Photography. Now, Rebellious Photography, aka formerly known as Photography by Reveille, which, remember folks, Photography by Angel Lee has been covering Rocklahoma and other local events with us since 2022, and we are so grateful for all of her contributions, not only to what she's done for the podcast, covering all of those beautiful events, but capturing all of the Rocklahoma community as well as our various fan engagement and projects that we do for the community. Now, she has recently rebranded as Rebellious Photography and launched her new page, and that's where her photos will be posted going forward. So make sure you give a lot of love to Rebellious Photography on Facebook. She will be there at the Music is Medicine Festival, where she will be providing her photography services and other creative energies. Now, Angel is also not only a badass photographer, but she is also a proud veteran as she served in the military. And speaking of military and our friends in the military, our veterans, our heroes, our men and women in uniform who puts their lives on the line for all of us, and we owe a special thanks, and that is why we have proudly aligned ourselves with the non-profit charity group Rockavet. And Rockavet is actually so proud that they are having their first ever music festival.
On May 22nd and 23rd, Rockavet presents Music is Medicine Festival at the Post Oak Lodge in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Healing through sound.
That's right. Music is Medicine Festival. Let me see if I can get it there. There we go. There is the lineup. We've got a lot of vendors that are going to be out there, and bringing you all kinds of different attractions. You will also have quite a stellar lineup, if I may say so myself. We've got the schedule right there. Festivities will begin at 1 p.m. on Friday, running all the way to midnight with your headliner Dime Store Riot. We've also got Saturday starting at 12:45 with Assault and Flattery running all the way to 1 o'clock. Midnight Circus will be taking stage. Now that's not only one stage, ladies and gentlemen. They've got 2 stages, which brings me to our next sponsor. Of course, I'm talking about the Big O Bus, bringing a busload of debauchery to festivals for years and years. And now, this past year, we've got a new bus driver, as the Lickadaddy and Lickamama of Pryor, Oklahoma, is taking the bus to new destinations, and the first one this year will be Music is Medicine Festival, where they will be debuting their even bigger stage. Now, they had a big stage over last time you saw the bus at the Rock the Knox Festival last year, but I'm told that there was even more advancements to it as they get ready for this 2026 season. Of course, that will go all the way through Rocklahoma, where the Big O Bus will be back. And let me see if I can get where's the bus? There we go. I don't have it, I'm sorry. I will get that graphic up for you later. But yes, we appreciate everything you guys do at the Big Old Bus. Now, we also want to thank one of our other proud sponsors. I'm referring to Tannenbaum Graphics, who is helping us out with our merchandise as well as the graphics around the show. Let's not forget, Casey has given new life to the gremlins that tend to plague the show. So if you can't beat them, party with them, right? So thank you, Tannenbaum Graphics, for giving us the gremlins and all the other bells and whistles that he likes to put on around the show. Remember, folks, if you would like to purchase your own Surviving Rocklahoma merchandise, be sure you check out Tannenbaum Graphics. You can purchase your Surviving Rocklahoma official merchandise. You can also get your hands on that limited edition Camp Mardi Gras merchandise as well. So huge thanks to Tannenbaum Graphics and everything he does for us. Now, we also want to give a shout out and thanks to another proud sponsor, as we do each and every week. Now, me this week, I'm not cracking open a cold one. I have went down to my favorite local convenience store, got myself a tasty beverage, and then added that little bit of the so I tell you all what, on behalf of Pryor Liquor, Wines, and Spirits, and all of our other sponsors here on this show, cheers, everybody. That is way smoother than a straight up shot. What are you guys imbibing on? Let me know. We are so glad to have all of you guys live in the comments. We see dozens of you guys live across platforms, not just here on Facebook Live, but also on YouTube as well as Twitch. We've also got a special guest, a special viewer I see in the comments, someone who has invited us to join them on their show this Friday. But remember to check out our good friends at The Loud Spot, as we will be making a guest spot on The Loud Spot this Friday. So remind us all, what do you want to hear? What do you want us to talk about? Have that in mind and join us over on The Loud Spot this Friday. Going into the comments before we get everything started here, I see Badass Lori Brass is in the comments. Huge shout out to Lori and everything she's got going on in the realm of Rock the Equinox and the benefit that we are going to be hosting on June 6th, the Keep the Knox Free event, as we will be raising money to continue to produce that stellar festival that has now began to grow so large that they are actually having to deal with some new headaches. And that's what benefits like this does is that helps ease that burden as they have new restrictions that they have to meet out there. I also see my co-hostess with the co-mostess, Christy Gross, is in the comments of Camp Mardi Gras. And you know what? Speaking of Camp Mardi Gras, we're having some flashbacks here, you know. It's just like, you know, 11 years ago when we say, hey, you know what? There's this cool event that with some really cool people putting it on, and I'm going to be out there camping with my friends. You're going to be camping out with your friends. Well, how about we camp together, and then our camps with our friends, and then we hang out with your friends. So I tell you what, Camp Mardi Gras is going to be out at Rockavet's Music is Medicine Festival, and we'd like to know what other Rocklahoma rock community camps are going to be out in the campgrounds at Post Oak Lodge and Resort in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Scotty Austin and Circus are going to be playing, are your headliners. They've got over 24 bands that are going to be playing that weekend, Memorial Day weekend. There's also some other really cool events. It just dawned on me, I didn't get the graphic, but there is a absolutely epic water balloon event that's going to be taking in place that weekend, thanks to Camp Rock of Love. I also see, what's up, Katie Rose in the comments. I see Nicole, Chantal. What is up, y'all? Rebel is in the comments because they said with a rebel yell, give me hashtag Mo. I'm in the lodge, but plan on, yes. Now, that does bring up a good point. Let me see. We just designed this website. We showed it to you guys a couple of weeks ago. Let me pull this up again. Rockavet.org. Downsize that a little bit so you guys can see. All right, so we launched this website for Rockavet. That's rockavet.org, established 2019, over 400 tickets, 3.8 thousand people in that community honoring our services as they take on the real burdens that follow our warriors, issues like mental health as well as community, and helping them find their brothers and sisters in arms in the area. And you can find their booth at most local events, but this Memorial Day they will be having the Music is Medicine Festival. And if you would like more information, make sure that you hit up rockavet.org. You can click on the events tab there at the top, and you will be able to get information on where you will be able to find your next Rockavet event. There's even event details, so you can get the link to the, and you know what, I tell you what, let's even do this. I'm going to copy it right here because I forgot to put it in the description. So we're going to that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to copy link address. Now we're going to put it right here in the comments. Remember, folks, if you have not purchased your Music is Medicine Festival The link is right there in the comments. I mean, guys, this really is a bargain of a festival. And there's even a nice lodge on the premises where you can get a hotel room or a cabin while supplies last, if you're not into that. Now, remember, those are two separate things. Now, if you want to get admission to the festival and a campsite, you'll get all of that with your passes. Okay, your passes come with a campsite, or unless you get daily passes. Now, if you want to get yourself more upgraded accommodations, like a hotel room, or man, and these prices are comparable to any other hotel you're going to find in Tulsa, if not cheaper than most. So that option is available for a couple of nights at a nice resort. And if you get your hotel room, or maybe you want to do a hotel takeover and get a whole row of rooms, you also get access to the swimming pool that's on the property. And if it's going to be hot, that swimming pool is going to be very convenient. But to get access to that, you got to get a room, boys and girls. Now, you can look up Post Oak Lodge, and you will have the link to where you can book those. I'm also going to get that updated so that we'll have a link available for you so that you can book your accommodations. Now, with that being said, y'all, speaking of the festival, I think it's time for us to give you a sample of some of the one of the bands that you're going to be seeing that weekend. Of course, I'm talking about our first guest. We've featured him a few times over a couple of years, but I haven't featured him in a bit. So I'm so glad to bring you this track from 13 Minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, Who Told You?
Just one more song. When it all comes down, you just remember, never give up, never surrender. Right now, right now, right now, right now.
Yes, studio audience for 13 minutes. Absolutely. Love that track, y'all. And thank you all for joining us in the comments, letting us know what you think of that track. Remember, check them out anywhere that you get your streaming media. We can't wait to see them here in a couple of weeks at the Rockavet's Music is Medicine. Now, with once that festival is over, just a couple of weeks later, we are going to be having a fundraiser event called Keep the Knocks Free. And it is going to be headlined by a couple of gentlemen that is joining us right now here on this live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, Storage 24.
What's
everybody?
Hello.
What's up, guys? Now, I'm going to fiddle with these overlays a little bit so our video isn't blocked, but I'm so glad that you guys have joined us on the show. Tell me a little bit what you guys have been up to.
Me or you, brother?
You?
We have been kind of working, building up our stage show a little bit, getting new music finished and recorded and mixed and mastered, getting ready. We've got a solid year ahead of us of releases, remasters and new stuff and things like that. So we're really excited about what's coming.
Absolutely, guys. So, you are going to be headlining this event we got coming up in a couple of weeks. Tell me a little bit about what Rock the excuse me, can't talk. Tell me a little bit about what Rock the Equinox means to you all.
I'll tell you, we played it for the first time last year, and we were just blown away. And what Lori and the crew are trying to do there, I say trying to do, I mean, it seems like they're succeeding, and then every year it's going to get bigger and badder. We really admire what they're doing there. And to be quite honest with you, we didn't know what to expect. We were a band from Mississippi coming to Oklahoma for the first time, but everybody there just treated us like family and made us feel welcome in a place we'd never been before. And to be honest, because of that, we want to do everything we can in our power to help keep that going. We love it, and there's not a band meeting or practice that goes by that we don't talk about it. So
That is true.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, guys. Now, when you found out that they were going to do a benefit to help keep offsetting the costs, that anybody who's been to an event, who goes to an event, knows that these things are expensive. Everything has a cost, and Finance 101 is there's no such thing as a free lunch. So tell me a little bit about being asked to headline this fundraising event.
Well, for starters, it's very humbling, for us as a group. But the fact that they've put that much faith into us and to what we're doing, it blew our minds, and we're super, super excited to be a part of it. Like I said, we want to do whatever we can to keep that train rolling. So to be asked to headline was amazing.
So tell us a little bit about Storage 24. So when this question comes up for you, in a nutshell, give us a little bit about what we expect to see or hear, or what we're supposed to be getting from Storage 24.
Energy.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. We are We're kind of we're in a weird place where we're not quite new metal, we're not quite metal, we're not quite alternative. We call it hard rock fusion, and then now we've molded that into alternative new rock or some such. Um, but our goal, and I'm going to say this in the most humble way I possibly can. Our goal when we step on a stage is to be that band. It's a take no prisoners, but also we involve the crowd in a way that doesn't really get seen much anymore. We love being on the stage, but we also love being off the stage, in the crowd, playing our songs, running around in circles and just being madmen up there. That's the goal anytime we step on a stage. But a lot of it is, we enjoy what we do, we enjoy our music, and we're proud of it. So we want everybody that can see it to see it or hear it, and it really has to be seen. You can listen all day long, but the stage show is where we really shine.
I really like that. Now, whenever one of my favorite parts of doing this show is to meet the storytellers, the people who are making the music, so I can get a real idea of what is going on in the minds while I'm listening to the music, because music is always subjective, and that's one thing that we always love about the message that Rockavet has, which is music is medicine. And for musicians more than anyone, every little word means something. So if I could get a couple of minutes with each of you and tell me a little bit about what that producing music is for you, like how is that process kind of work for you as you pour yourself into what you're putting down onto tape or recording?
Brad, you
I
take
think
that.
I think it's mostly just trying to be relatable whenever you're writing lyrics. I think it's dealing with real life. Everything I try to write, I think it has a lot to do with what the human mind, a human being, is going through.
I can feel that. What about you?
It's like you have said, and like you always say, music is medicine, and that works both ways. We can take whatever negative feelings, positive feelings, whatever feelings we're having, and we can channel it for Fred into a microphone. We can channel it into our instruments. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're having a bad day and you sit down with a guitar and pour all of that into it. It can be on your best day too. I like to think our music and our lyrics are they're spiritual in a way. Well, not in a way. They're outright, I'm losing my words. But there are take the one we just dropped, Sheltered. Sheltered is very clear about where we stand. We need a shield. We need a higher power helping us in the good and the bad. And those type of feelings we channel and it comes out. So a lot of stuff is definitely about doing good in the world and being protected by God and all that. And I wouldn't necessarily label it Christian, but it has tendencies, and that's a beautiful thing. That's something that isn't real. Well, I say it's not really out there, but it's growing, and that's great. and not to take away from any other genre or style or anything like that, but yeah, we like to be able to take whatever feelings we're having and churn out art for the world, and that's pretty much it.
I feel that. Now, and on that note, now, Fred, as a vocalist and someone who has to be able to maintain such a level of control over not only your body language, but so much comes out through your vocals. Now, me, we've all been going through some heavy stuff, and I consider myself an orator on a podcast, but when I still start talking about something a little emotional, it's hard for me not to get choked up and keep my composure. Now, with you as a singer, you have to live in that, and you have to, whether it's what you originally wrote about or if it's applying to what you're going out on time. Can you tell me a little bit about that compartmentalization that takes place for you to be able to perform your song but not get too tied up in the emotion of it?
I think whenever you in a crowd of people, you can kind of look in their faces and tell if they're having a good or bad day, but that music is always something they can relate to. It's always emotional. It's always a feeling. I mean, that's one thing we generate to, no matter where we're from. Music is universal. Like, I mean, if you're singing about love, you can sing about happiness, you can sing about, anger or whatever. People are going to feel, somebody in that audience is going to feel one or two of those things that they're going through in life, and that's how I try to write lyrics, man. It's just to touch the people.
Now, one of my favorite guilty pleasures is I love to watch professional wrestling, man, and the characters and the storylines and all of this stuff. Now, we've talked a little bit about the sappy emotional side of music, but your music also has a lot of attitude. It's got a lot of rhythm. Gets a lot out there, and I can only imagine, and I know, Matt, you alluded to it a little bit earlier about getting in the crowd. Now, Fred, as the front man and the composer, the maestro of mayhem that's going on and keeping everybody engaged, tell me a little bit about keeping the energy up and channeling all of that raw emotional and manifesting it into something.
Fred.
I personally, I didn't know who you was talking. I mean,
I like to weave. I like to catch y'all off guard.
yeah, you caught us right there, because I didn't know if Matt was picking the answer that of me.
Well, either of y'all, tell me a little bit about being the showman, being the person up there, and just keeping everybody hyped and going.
Matt, you got it?
Okay. I'll take this, yes. So the main thing is we're on stage and we're playing, yes. We have got to feel the energy from the crowd. That is, I cannot tell you how important that is for a musician, because if we're not getting that, the workload essentially doubles. Because if we're up there playing and everybody's having a great time and rocking and all that, that's wonderful. We can kind of, I don't want to say we can put it in cruise control, because we still, I don't want to call anybody out, but we as a band, we don't like staying in one spot on stage. This is the guitar player, this is the bass, this is the drum. Now the drummer's, he's stuck. No way around that. But everybody else,
he has nowhere to go.
but he's also, he's doing his thing. For us, we have to keep generating that energy into the crowd and then having that reciprocated back to us. it's a never-ending cycle. We need that, so we have to start it. We have to generate it, and then it comes back to us. Um, and like I said, I mean, even though the workload may double sometimes, it's still worth it. We love being on stage. We love what we do, and whether it's 1,000 people in front of us or whether it's 2 people in front of us, we're there. We're doing exactly what we say we're going to do. We deliver it every time, and it's very important to have that energy connection with everybody, because that keeps us going, but that also keeps the crowd entertained, engaged, all that. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess, but or I don't know. But yeah, it's very important for us to keep doing what we're doing because we feed off of the crowd. We need that.
I get that. So we talk a lot about the local music scene, and you guys have been around the block a few times. You've toured. You've been to other towns a little bit. If somebody were to ask you for just what thought comes to mind, can you tell me what comes to your mind whenever I ask you about being an artist in the Tulsa area?
Well, we are brand new to the Tulsa scene. We're kind of breaking into it a little bit.
We love it.
We absolutely love it. The camaraderie we found at Rock the Knox last year, just we showed up and band after band was, hey, we're so glad to see you. We're if you need anything, let us know. We borrowed gear from a band, and they were like, oh my God, we didn't even really ask. They had heard, and they were like, here, use this. And I feel like the love we continue to get from the Tulsa area, it's unlike any we've had from a lot of places. Our scene here in Mississippi it was huge, and then it dwindled down. It's starting to come back up now, and we're kind of the godfathers of the scene around here, and it feels really nice to be welcomed into a strange place for us. I love I feel like I'm gonna love Tulsa's scene as much or more than any of the other scenes we played in. It's just so welcoming, and people really responded to us, and I can't say enough good things.
It almost felt like we were home, like we lived there or something, the way they were treating us. So we love it, man.
I love it, man, and that's what I always love to hear about the scene. I always like to joke because we're like any family. We love to hang around. We go way back. We don't always like each other. We get on each other's nerves, but at the end of the day, we've got each other's backs, and we support anything that somebody puts themselves into. And if they got the balls to go for it, then hell yeah, we're going to cheer you on. Now, speaking of, you guys have got some stuff you've got going on. Tell me what is next for Storage 24.
We're about to embark on shooting a new music video for an upcoming single that we got kind of hidden in the clouds right now, but yeah, it's gonna be good.
Hell yeah!
We've got a couple of shows coming up. We've got like he said, we've got music locked and loaded for the rest of the year. We've got a lot going on. We're gonna make 2 trips to Oklahoma in the next couple of months. We'll be at Keep the Knocks Free, obviously, in the next couple of weeks. We'll be up there. Camp Rocklaholics we're going to do. Very excited about all of this, you know. So we've got a lot going on, and this has kind of been a rebuilding year. We were all over the continent last year, so we're kind of pulling that back in a little bit and really focusing on home base. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's full steam ahead.
I love it. Now, before we wind down, as we are starting to run low on time, I like to give all of my guests a couple of moments to look directly in the camera and address your fans, the viewers, the people who are going to be showing up and watching you all perform here shortly. Storage 24, we'll start with Fred, and then we'll make our way over to Matt. So, Fred, the stage is yours.
What am I supposed to be saying? Like, what we gonna do? We gonna always have fun. It's always gonna be crazy. Now, I'm not gonna set myself on fire, but you know, close to it.
Hell yeah! What about you, Matt?
Again, I'm gonna hit this again. I want to thank everybody, from you, Adam, to Lori, to everyone at Rock the Knox last year that has been out spreading the word. We cannot wait to get back up there and see you guys. We're gonna have a wild time. It's gonna be fun. I've been hearing great things about the venue we're playing at, and you know, it's going to be great to link back up with our Tulsa family. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the love you've shown, and all the welcoming. It's really been great. So we thank you, and we cannot wait to see you guys.
Thank you for always treating us like family, man. That feels good to us, especially a band that's trying to get up there and do good and try to stay humble about this thing, man. We appreciate it. We really do.
Absolutely.
That's from the whole Storage 24 camp, man.
Hell
Yep.
yeah. I love that message, guys. Now, before we go, we did want to remind everybody that we did hear some last-minute developments that a couple of the bands that were going to be on that benefit, Stanley's Revenge and Copper Steel, I believe, are not going to be able to attend. But this coming Monday, we will have a formal announcement, and I will let everybody know who's going to be filling in for that Keep the Knox Free event coming up June 6th, 2026, just a couple of weeks after Memorial Day's Music is Medicine Festival. Now, we've been talking to these guys for almost 30 minutes now, and you had mentioned your single that you sent us, Sheltered. So I tell you what, guys, tell us a little bit about your song. Why don't you guys introduce this musical feature?
All right, this is our new single, remastered, Sheltered. It's basically about going through life as the human side and the earthly side. I mean, and the spiritual side. So you're basically just trying to go through life and just trying to figure it out.
Absolutely. Once again, for Storage 24, thank you guys for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Storage 24's Sheltered.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you. See y'all soon.
Absolutely. Just as soon as the song will start. There we go.
to embrace the weak and wicked-minded. Long suffering does not have to be our will. Life can also be so kind once we find the good in our human nature. Our human nature. I'm so cold. I need your shelter now. Still afraid. Salvation's all around. Feel so lost and all alone in a world full of sin. I need your shield, your strength surrounding me, protection from all fear. Where is my faith? This world is haunting me. With you I'm supposed to be. With you I'm supposed to be. With you I'm supposed to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, studio audience, let us know in the comments. Let's see those reactions pop into the show. We appreciate all of you all. Looks like my fancy buttons are all starting to not work. I'm not sure why we can't see half of the stuff coming up, but I see that we are still on a roll. Thank you to Storage 24 for joining us right here on the show. Remember, folks, give them some love anywhere you get your streaming media, and check out that new single, Sheltered. Thank you, Lori. It's those gremlins, man. The gremlins, they've got me. You know, I call this the Rock Report, as we like to talk about all of the upcoming events in the area, and we've been talking a lot tonight about the Music is Medicine Festival coming up at Memorial Day weekend at Post Oak Lodge. We've been talking about it at length, folks, and remember, I've got Rocklahoma passes to give away, in the first set of Rocklahoma passes that we are going to be giving away will take place at Memorial Day weekend at Post Oak Lodge for Music is Medicine Festival. Now, we will be working on how you all can qualify. I know first thing you got to do is buy your tickets. Second, you got to come by the booth, and we will have details on how you can enter to win your Rocklahoma or Born and Raised general admission passes that we will be giving away Memorial Day weekend. Now, a couple of weeks later, we'll be visiting with Storage 24, the band that that we were just visiting with, and then after that, we will be going back to summer camp here at Sparrowhawk Campground in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, for the Rock the River Festival. Let's see if I can get my buttons to start working again. We will be at Rock the River Festival, set up with the vendor booth, where I will be interacting with all of you fine folks, as we will also be giving you chances to win Rocklahoma passes at all of the events that we cover this weekend. Christy said, and then not forget. That's true, Christy. Remember, folks, while you are buying passes to all of these summer events, make sure that you keep track of what you bought. That tends to help. Oh, that's still funny that she did that. Okay. But yes, I'm talking about the Rock the River event. Let me see if I can figure out how that I can get this so that we can show you all the I guess that's what happened to it. All right. Gremlins again, y'all. Gremlins again. After that, we got the Terp Float Festival at Diamond Head Resort here in Tahlequah, June 30th through August 2nd. And then let's not forget the Rocklahoma pre-party, the Rocklahoma Bitches Show with special entertainment featuring DJ Queen Jacine and Circus ahead of their Rocklahoma debut, playing for the first time in the Roadhouse. Congratulations to our good friends Circus. We were so glad to host their album release party earlier this year. And you know what? I tell you what, I think it's time for us to go ahead and play one more musical track from the Rock Box. Remember, folks, if you'd like your music featured here on the show, it's easy. All you got to do is send us that email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, just like these guys did. Our good friends from Dallas, they got from Texas, they got a new project. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be a little bit different for y'all. Here is Killing Inside.
My intentions, they twist to fulfill my needs. I'm scared by my fear of the darkness, horrified by the silent screams, drawn in by seductive shadows, catatonic to a wakeless dream. So intense to feel, just to be alive. So intense just to feel, just to be alive. So intense just to feel, just to be alive. So intense just to feel, just to be alive. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shadows dance all around in the moonlight. I can taste them in the air I breathe. Hypnotized by the cold embrace, I'm frozen fears, they descend on me. I'm scared by my fear of the darkness, horrified by the silent screams, drawn in by seductive shadows, catatonic to a wakeless dream. So intense to feel, just to be alive. So intense just to feel, just to be alive. So intense just to feel, just to be alive. So intense just to feel, just to be alive. Some my senses weigh me down again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Lay me down, beat my sins again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Stop my senses, weigh me down again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Lay me down, beat my sins again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. tears just to feel, just to be alive. Someone tears just to feel, just to realize that my senses weigh me down again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Lay me down, feed my sins again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Stop my senses, weigh me down again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Lay me down, feed my sins again. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it. Such a God, such a God, such a God. Beat it.
Studio audience. Yes. That is our good friends, Anthony Alman, my long-lost native brother from Central Texas, and good friend, Sean Nations. Let me get a hashtag fuck Sean Nations, please, in the comments. And that is their newest project, Killing Inside. They might sound a little familiar. Those are our good friends from Even in Death, while a couple of them has this new project called Killing Inside, and I really enjoyed it when I got that in the Rock Box a couple of days ago. Remember, bands, if you'd like your music featured here on the show, it's easy. Send us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, and we would love to feature your music. Now, that goes for you fans as well. Did you catch an amazing event and you got a story you'd like to share? Shoot us an email. We'd love to read it on the air or feature it here on the show. We would also like to hear from all of our men and women in uniform, our active service and veterans and Blue Stars and Gold Star families, as we would love to honor our warriors. We'd also ask that anybody who is consuming this content, please hit that follow button, subscribe, or even better, share the live stream, because sharing is caring, kids. Just like you do for all of your local music and local businesses. And speaking of local businesses, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping to keep the show rolling. First up is DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life?
I wanna rock!
Yes, as well as At Your Service Rental, putting up with all of our shit like that guy.
Shitter was full!
Yeah, it didn't call At Your Service Rentals. We also want to give a huge shout out to the Rocklahoma bitches. As that feature didn't work, ahead of the Rocklahoma Bitches show coming August 22nd at the Venue Shrine. Performing is DJ Queen Jacine and Rocklahoma band Circus. We also want to thank our proud partner and sponsor, Rebellious Photography. Remember to give her some love on Facebook. It is a freshly relaunched page, so go look up Rebellious Photography, hit that follow button, and share your favorite picture, because I have a feeling that there might be some contests coming up here in the coming weeks for all of those rebellions out there. And go ahead and like Photography by Angel Lee as well, because she's still got those 4 years worth of amazing footage of the rock community, as well as some amazing festivals as well. We also want to thank the Big O Bus for bringing a busload of debauchery, not just to Rocklahoma and Rock the Equinox, but also the Music is Medicine Festival that is coming up here in a couple of weeks that we've been talking about all the show. The Rockavet presents Music is Medicine Festival. We will be hosting that very event. And we also want to thank Tannenbaum Graphics for giving our Gremlins life, as well as everything he's been doing for the show with his graphic design and keeping our page available so you all can order your Surviving Rocklahoma and your Camp Mardi Gras merch. Make sure that you guys are checking them out. The link is in the comments. We also want to thank our Licka Mama and Licka Daddy of Pryor, Oklahoma, our friends and family at Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits, on behalf of those folks, as well as all of our sponsors. Cheers, everybody. Now, I also want to thank our all of you folks in the comments, the folks that are sending in those stars. You all are rock stars. Now, what those stars are, they're little cyber bits of currency, pennies rather, and because we play so much music here on the show, I can't really monetize, so those stars are a huge factor for us in helping to cover the cost of all of the production and all of the hosting fees and everything you got to pay for to keep a podcast going. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys, and as a thank you, we are taking all of our weekly winners of the Stars Wars and qualifying them for a monthly giveaway. Now, in addition to that, you can also ensure your automatic qualification for that monthly giveaway by subscribing to the Facebook page for $4.99. Cancel anytime, and you are automatically entered for that giveaway. Now, we also qualify folks from time to time to get in that monthly drawing. And you know what? I tell you what, you guys are still there. We got over a dozen live viewers. And you know what? I got a dozen balls of bounty here that are numbered. And just because I want to play with my balls on the air. So we are going to qualify somebody for a set of Rocklahoma passes. You'll get your choice. General admission, Rocklahoma, or born and raised passes. But right now, you have to make sure that you have liked the Facebook page, share this live stream right now, and in the comments, hashtag balls of bounty. And while you all are following those instructions, we want to thank all of our sponsors once again and remind folks that those pre-sales on your concerts and upcoming events are extremely important to each of these bands as they use that to gauge an event. So whenever you see an event come up, if you've got the cash and you know that you're going to make it to a show, go ahead and get those pre-sale passes, as they are very much important, and it lets your promoters and event producers know that you intend to attend that show. Now, we also want to thank everybody in the local music community for everything that you do, whether it's the bands up on the stage, the roadies that keep the show going, the promoters who put it all together, or just the simple fans that just go and want to rock out and experience the entire production. everything. It takes a village to raise an event and a live music scene, and that's what we love to cover here on the show. Loud, local, and live. We are Surviving Rocklahoma, and we are so glad to have each and every one of you all in the comments, and I see a lot of entries right now, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a number. Let's see where we're at, and oh my gosh, we've got the late entry. I'm gonna have to count on this one now. You guys, bear with me. I went to Tahlequah, so my counting's not all that great. And there I see a couple of people that's won something before, so we're going to exclude them. There's one. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Andrew Dobbs. Congratulations, Andrew Dobbs. You are the Balls of Bounty qualifier. You don't win anything today, but you are in the running for this month's drawing, which will take place a little bit about after my birthday. So as my birthday present, I'm going to give somebody a present of Rocklahoma Born and Raised passes. You'll get the choice between one or the other, and our first qualifier is Andrew Dobbs. So congratulations, buddy, and thank you all for watching me play with my Balls of Bounty. And that does it for me. I'm going to go finish my drink and then call it an early night, because that's what old people do. So until next time, remember, folks, please stay on the positive side of life, and as always, rock on.